the sport is the sport and you have to play the game. It's okay, so maybe you don't have thousands to make investments. I've visible many, many human beings in markets like crypto move from $500 to $500,000. Now, there may be quite a few folks that don't either, but all I'm pronouncing is the opportunity is there. You do not want to wager your house. You do not want to have massive financial savings. You just want to attention on what you are doing, understand the way to control dangers of peace and how to look for possibilities. And it's the self-teaching is, how do I come to be that guy who is, we're given a $1 million greenback portfolio, considering how simplest we're given $500 nowadays, or $1,000 these days. Is that possible nonetheless? Yeah, a lot. Haven't I missed the boat? No, I'm right here to inform all of you men these days, you have not missed the boat. Just due to the fact we had a large rally very lately for Solana, XRP, Bitcoin, quite a good deal, all different cryptocurrencies. It isn't always too late for you men to get in and making truly lifestyles, changing some of money due to the fact the proper price movement absolutely has just started and the bulk of the rate movement of this bull run has yet to return. I'll be supplying you with, guys, a few extremely good data on when you can expect the bull marketplace to in reality take off. How you men could make existence changing sum of money and the way you may even teach your buddies and circle of relatives to do the same if you so pick out to achieve this. So what I need you guys to do is smash that like button. So many human beings see this and you help my channel due to the fact I position plenty of paintings into these motion pictures, and let's get into it. That is the American dream. However, that is not a truth for maximum humans. The truth is you grind it out. Your financial savings are not really worth what you thought they'd be. This complete promise of your pension and swanning around on a cruise ship across the Caribbean whilst you're older living in a nice house, none of this is true. And it's due to the fact wages haven't gone up. So, okay, so permits cut to someone who is in their 30s now, because that is the actually crucial cohort, I assume, for this. They cannot come up with the money to shop for a house. If I cross again to once I become 30, I bought a house in London and it became a nice area and a terrific place and it was 3.5 times earnings. Yes, I turned into in finance. I become earning excessive salary. You can't purchase something for 3.5 times your salary. Now that identical vicinity, if I took the equal sort of younger investment financial institution as revenue, is probably 8 or 10 times. So it's tripled in how highly priced it's far to just buy your first residence. So what is a residence? Firstly, it's your first class of existence, especially you understand in England and the UK. Within the UK, sorry, inside the US, we're home consumers. You realize we consider our home as our fortress. It is like the issue that solidifies our protection. But you understand, in case you're in Germany, for example, they do not, they are higher. But if we consider the mindset of owning a house, it's an asset that you may then skip on or you can promote if you need to, and an asset is. Definitely a future financial savings plan. It's something you shop now, then in the destiny you could consume, you can purchase stuff with. But what you are doing is for the average 35-year-old vintage, the average millennial is 36 years old, they can't afford to buy the residence. So therefore their future self is poorer. If they think of how a lot of the stock market they should buy, they can buy less, they've got debts from college, so they don't have the potential to get out of this entice. And then what we are finding is because of this, they are having to stay with different people into their 30s. They're having to, they don't have children and that they don't get married. And these numbers have collapsed on the grounds at 1983. You visible these numbers come down from human beings dwelling on their personal. So you could get your task, get yourself a condo. It's 62%. You're seeing the wedding fee halved. You're seeing the whole ownership fee cross from 50% to 30%. But these are all expressions of the identical problems. That is, people recognize their future is fucked and they can feel it. They have a sense of desperation. You see then the identical cohort of children in their 30s doing jobs, 3 jobs, 4 jobs. That's not because they need to. Nobody desires to work 12-hour days, 7 days every week. It's because they ought to. And their dad and mom, the child boomers who are of their 70s and retiring, by no means had that. They had been the richest era in the international had ever visible. So this is the first era that may not be as wealthy as their parents. And it truly is a peculiar factor because we're all used to human development. The American dream. If the American dream is, well, you are in no way as wealthy as your mother and father. And they have been middle magnificence human beings. And I'm now much less properly off than them. That's sort of fucked. So now what we're seeing quite a few is because those younger generations are disheartened via the dearth of financial possibilities, people are beginning to create their very own financial systems. And that is exactly why Bitcoin was invented. That's exactly why XRP, Solana, these kinds of different cryptocurrencies are coming to the mainstream. Now, humans are knowing we can't win with the device that these boomers constructed because it's handiest honestly intended for them to be triumphant. However, if we all come together and we are saying, okay, allows cross beforehand and invest in a brand new sort of machine, this is honest and all people has an identical possibility. Well, it truly is a lot better in my eyes specifically. And so with this in thoughts, there is a number of methods to make a ton of money today because plenty more people are specializing in these new structures. And so this is what we are going to dive into now. This is what we are going to speak approximately now with Raoul due to the fact this is in which the money goes to be made for all of you guys and whoever else you inform about those opportunities. Let's get into that. People watching this can move. What a group of nonsense. These are coins tokens. We'll communicate approximately blockchain and this later. However, these are investments based totally on a meme, a joke, a comic story, something that grabs interest at the internet, and you may wager on the ones. Well, what is that? That's about betting on interest itself. If you reflect on consideration on a business like Facebook or Google or any of these Twitter, they may be all primarily based on attention. And now we can bet on interest. Do humans find that funny? Are they going to find it humorous in 6 months' time or 6 weeks' time? And we will guess on these items. Okay, this is the extremely good speculative stop. However, it's also very cultural. It's no longer about funding bankers. It's not about gatekeepers. It's about you pitting yourself wondering, is that this going to catch on viral? If it's far, is it going to grow bigger? Now, some of those would possibly do 1,000x in 6 months. Now, 99% go to zero, but all I'm announcing is returns are there. And so there are virtually opportunities out there. And one which I've been pretty outspoken on in recent times is Dogecoin because of all the superb catalysts that are going for it. Number one, a root branch of presidency performance, Elon Musk, that need to be at the pinnacle of all of us' thoughts. But we're just beginning to see transactional currencies like Dogecoin truly see lots more volume right now and in reality outperform the marketplace. In the closing 24 hours on my own, Dogecoin is up 7%, outperforming surely each single different top cryptocurrency. You look at the likes of Ethereum, you look at Bitcoin, you study quite tons whatever else on the market. No person is truly capable of compete with Dogecoin right now. And it is no coincidence, okay? Dogecoin is just doing phenomenally higher than the bulk of the market, and it is due to the fact, sure, it's attracting loads extra interest proper now. There's a lot extra people speaking approximately it. A lot of extra celebrities, billionaires, politicians, you call it, they are talking about Doge right now. And it is quite insane to think that somebody who helped Donald Trump get elected is talking about Doge quite consistently. And so I'm going to be trading all of those in my Discord, which you men can all be part of without cost. If you guys join up to Margex and my Discord, the usage of the hyperlink down underneath, you're going to get access to all of my trades. When I open them, when I close them, we're making quite